no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Right away, they'll change the look. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. At the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This defense for the Pats, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, Wilson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Cook. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. His pass complete to Ruckert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And Lazard's got it again. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the Patriots' 2-yard line.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Bonnett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one. But now it's 3rd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11. Here we go. 11.
Throwing Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll try the middle with Cook. Still going. They can't stop him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front and create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 70 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Cook will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
21.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. Cowboys!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Touchdown! Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
21.
Jones on first down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
12. 11.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. And Cook has it left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Jones. Right side, Thornton with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Now swing pass for Dillon.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
21, 12, 11. Here we go, 11.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go, 11. 21.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ready? 60 by 6.
Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it is 28-0.
Patriots nothing. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much... And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And As you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Now a short one to Gesicki. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
11. Here we go. 11.
Now Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness,
The performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone. There he goes, left side. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Cougar, 19.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here we go, get set.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
11.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Cook again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
105 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.